Good afternoon, traders, and welcome to an incredible Wednesday afternoon in the greatest chat room on the planet. You know, what can I tell you? What can I tell you? Oh, I want to take you on a journey. I'm going to give you a trade that was not on our list. I want to give you a trade that a lot of people made money in our room because they listened, they believed, and they wanted it so bad. There is a stock today that collapsed, and that stock is MDR. Now, I want you to look at the history of this stock. All right, here's 6 months. For whatever reason, the stock has just yanked. Now, it yanked all the way down to 4 and bounced. Today, we could not find anything, but the stock started dumping. And I'm talking bailing out, get out of the way, it's done. All right. And usually stocks like that are either a couple things. They're filing bankruptcy, they're going out of business, something seriously. The CEO got indicted for fraud. I mean, it's pretty bad. But they were keeping it underneath the radar. And so all day we were trying to figure out why it was selling off. And it dropped because they hired advisors to evaluate strategic options. You don't drop 75% to look for strategic options. Okay, you follow me? There's something going on. There's an underlying area we don't know. But what does it do for day traders? It gives us an opportunity to make money. Now, I took this trade on the first halt. I was lucky. All right, I was right here. I took long at $3.20. Now, when it unhalted, I was stepped away. It was I waited for almost an hour into my break and it still wouldn't unhalt. If it did, I would have made 40 cents or at least over 120, 150 bucks. But it didn't. When it unhalted, I had to dump it. And I took a loss of basically $60. Then I watched it sell off. I made a sound decision in the chat room that I was going to go long again. So I started building a position. I started buying around $2.50. And I added all the way down here and added on this pop. And the reason is because um, I really felt that MDR would rebound back to 250 to $3, especially down here. After that, I don't know really where it's going to go. I can't swing it. I can't overnight it. I don't know. But for as a day trade, for an opportunity to make a lot of money, this was a good trade. It was a mid-afternoon trade, had nothing to do with our pre-market notes. It just collapsed. Now, I want you to understand something. When I lose on a trade, now you understand I trade live. I trade in front of a live audience. All right. So when you hear me actually lose, you'll hear me. Oh, I lost on that. You hear the calmness in my voice, how I relax, how it doesn't affect me because I have done this for so long. So a loss doesn't affect me. And because I don't bat for home runs and I'm not playing with 3 or 4,000 shares, I'm totally in control of the trade. I'm enjoying what I'm doing. So by me going back in and then adding to positions, I told the day traders, all of them in the room, I will add all the way down to 1 because I feel we're going to get a solid bounce. So therefore, I'm going to add to 1. And so I stayed focused. But right here, there was a big buyer that came in just under 2 million shares and it halted. That told me we have found bottom. So now, this is the beauty of being in Awesome Calls Trading. Okay? You know I'm in the stock. I read out. I'm long $2.50 or whatever. I'm adding. Why? Because I want to get my average down as low as I can to the 2 level. Meanwhile, you walk in the chat room and you go, AJ, is this a good buy below 150? Absolutely. As long as you're okay with understanding that the stock has room to one. You always, I can't stress enough when you're day trading, you always got to assume that, hey, you're never going to find the bottom, especially on a falling knife. But you're going to have a really good idea of where to at least start to get your feet wet. And that's really important in day trading. You got to get your feet wet. What I mean by that is get in there with 20 shares, 50 shares, 100 shares. Get your feet wet. Now, a lot of my people that have been in the room for years, they went in with 1,000. They didn't even hesitate. They're just like, 1,000 shares, right? 500 shares, add another 500. I know AJ. I know what he's going to do here, and he's going to walk it up. The beauty of these kind of plays, too, is all the rooms that came from our rooms, the Spartans, the Levi's, the PSKs, the ice cream trading. I could just go on and on and on. All these rooms, they're all in here, and they're all watching. What's he saying? What's he saying? What's he saying? We can't buy unless he's okay with it. He's the guy. Because a lot of them are unseasoned when it comes to falling knives, especially without knowing the news. So we have a lot of rooms in here too, and they're all waiting for the professor, all right, to go, I'm long. And when we take a long position and act, woo, it's all around the world. Okay, and I mean that sincerely. We're around the world. We have spoke. So now we simply walk it up. And that's what we did. As you can see, if you had taken a buck 50 in our room at 500 shares, within a matter of a few minutes, you would be already up $250 on 500 shares. Your buying power would only be less than what? On 500 shares? What's your buying power? What do you need? Uh, 500, about less than $1,000. So for $500, you would have made 50% of your money today. If you had waited, because I did give a price target for everyone in the room. I said the room, I want $2.50. Right? Now the children that came from our room were calling 230, 240, because they're kids. They got their head up their ass. It's facts of life. But the man, the professor, wanted 250 for the chat room. And I want you to watch. It took us approximately about 30 minutes, and we got 250. You heard me sell, you heard me add, and you heard me closed with a profit, even when I was red. It's a pure green trade for me, but that's what we do. I think it's important as a day trader, you need to learn how a person handles his losses more than his gains, because that builds character and that helps you stay calm as a trader. And that's really important in day trading. Always remain calm, never get emotional, never think the stock is against you. Stock doesn't know you, okay? Your timing is off, but you can correct that. You don't give up. How many of you gave up or walked away because, shit, I'm down 4 days in a row. I must suck. I can't do this. No, you're just not in the right environment to succeed, okay? Maybe you're too greedy. Maybe you want more than the stock is willing to give. Maybe there's a lot of things that you need to change about yourself to bring yourself back down to just focused on just making that quick buck. Make that 50, 100, make that 200, make that $300 per trade. Move on to the next trade. Remember, the market provides so much opportunity. And I'll just flash through 6 or 7 trades here besides MDR. Okay. Now, and why is it coming down? I always get asked that because I'm out of the trade. The minute I sell my position, all the rooms start to go, okay, I think it's done. The man just sold. We can't do it no more. Okay. My gut feeling, this stock will trend probably towards 3 tomorrow, gap up and push, and probably settle around 340, 350 and stay there for a while. But for me as a day trade, as an opportunity, I'm done with it. It gave me what I wanted. Now, could I wish I could roll the clock and get better pricing and maybe start it in at 2? You're damn right. but I have to work with what I started. I can't change what I've done. I can't undo what I've done. All I can do is make myself green. And that's what I did. Okay. So when you see these tweets today of those that played it, and I'm talking the many that played it in the chat room. I mean, I mean, we had, see, John, uh, my even Marlon. I mean, he killed it on this trade. And congratulations, my friend Bounty. Bounty's in 2 chat rooms, but he loves our room. He's been here for like 4 years, and he when he look at Bounty, he just stayed focused. He's like, whatever AJ says, that's what I'm gonna do. And there it is, 1,000 shares. And look what it's a $1.97. That's a $500 trade. But he made 260 in 10 minutes. Because why? Because he's not greedy, right? Margaret, uh, Zach's referral came in. Margaret's a great trader, made money. Joker, I love Joker. He took 500 shares, made 250. If Zoom, if Noel was here, he probably would have done 50,000 shares. 'Cause, Noel likes it big, you know? So, anyway, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. Anyway, on our pre-market list, I'll just go over a few that we did, and then I'll get out of here. Right now, market is actually trying to turn positive. Uh, the Fed spoke, so we're good there. I'll go on a few trades that we did. SPY, SPI, was a small cap stock that we did this morning. We just shorted it from Simple Trade. I think it was 410. We took it down. Pre-market, I went long at 350. Told everyone to long it to $4 to 450. 450. It hit 424 and sold off to 3 per our notes. The next trade we did was a COD. COD was a beautiful trade. I told everyone to buy the stock at 40. It was an offering, 6 million shares, and take it up to 42. And that's exactly what I wrote down. PTCT, another great trade. This one I had as a short on an offering down to 38 and under, and it hit 37.76. Another one we did today was Roku. Roku we took short in the morning. This extra sell-off was a little bit more aggressive than I anticipated, but nevertheless, we were short in pre-market on Roku, and I'll show it to you right here. Roku short at 147 and 145. And we took it down to 137 and under, and it hit 130. We also did a stock called Zine. Zine. We had a short on it all the way down to 850, and then long to 950 with size. And here is Zine. This was a great setup. Here's the short at 10 to 850, bottom curl, and we went right back up to almost to 950 for a point. We did really good on that one. Adobe was a great call today. We had this one going to $272 at the opening and to go long. Here's the pull to 270, 272, and the stock ended up at 279. We also did our traditional TDD in the chat room. Short at 215, and we took it down to 207 and under. It ended up down at 205. We also did shop 332 short per our notes pre-market to take short 332. It ended up paying us almost 15 points. And we also did FedEx. FedEx was our other beautiful trade that we did in the chat room. I told the room that I felt FedEx would come down and sell off, and it would be a buying opportunity at anything at 149 and under. FedEx, right there. 148 to 149. Anything in those levels is a buying opportunity. Now, how do I know this? Okay, it's not just because I'm AJ Trader 7. It's 16 years in the business. You really, you got bad guidance. You're down 18 points, and I'm calling for a short, okay, and a smash at the open, even down 18 points, because AJ's professional wisdom has made it clear this level will hit 148 and 149. Now, I want you to do the math before I go. If you take 148 and 149, what is dead center of that? Can someone tell me? It's 148.50. Okay? You want to see the level where it hit? Are you ready? I don't think you can handle this. 148.50. This is why we are who we are, and nobody can duplicate what we do day in and day out. You witnessed just beautiful day trading opportunities for a group of people that come in every day that just simply want to make a living. And to close out, if you're new to trading and you've only traded less than 6 months, is this the room for you? Listen, if you can come in here and really want to be a day trader, don't treat this shit like being a hobby. This is a hobby or you're a novelist, get the fuck out. Go to Sykes. Go do whatever the fuck you want. Go trade penny stocks. You know? Learn that system. You might make a few bucks. It's a hobby for you. You're a novelist. But in here, I I I I just want to educate you. I want to teach you the fundamentals of why a stock's going to move before it does. And I want you to learn everything about the market, how to react during the market, how to do Fed minutes, how to react to offerings, to bios, to IPOs, to broken down stocks, to halts, to unhalts, to falling knives. I want you to know everything. So in 6 months from a year from now, you can do this on your own. With our guidance, the great plays and ideas, you'll size in, you'll know how to make money. And most of all, I teach you more than anything in the world, don't go after home runs. Don't do it. All right. There's no reason to be a home run. Just take base hits and you're going to do great. I promise you. Give us that opportunity only if you want this. But if you come in here, well, I want to try day trading. Get the fuck out. Don't even sign up. All right. We're not a place to go try, you know? And honestly, I do get a little things like this that kind of annoy me. And I have to share it with you. People always try to do this. And I want you to kind of get why I'm showing you this. All right. Here's a tweet from somebody who really doesn't know AJ Trader 7. Have you ever thought of being free for a day for me so we can all bank and then come back and sign up? Let me tell you something, John. I don't work for fucking free. I am the best day trader in the fucking world. I don't work for free. You can make thousands your first day in here. I will never be free. I will never have to prove myself to anyone. If I didn't have the room, I would just day trade and I would make a shit ton of money because I'd just be focused on me and my ideas, and that's it. But I built this room to share my knowledge, to educate the traders so they can become rich and make a living doing something they love. The reason why day traders don't last in this business is they're not trained. That's the problem. When you're not trained or you're educated and you don't understand why a stock's moving to begin with, you don't understand the market, that's where you fail. But if you're educated from day one and you come in here, that's where you're going to excel. And I will never let up until you learn it all. That's who I am. That's who we are. Okay? We are Awesome Calls Trading. Thank you so much. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.